Hello, my friends. How are you? So, as we claw ourselves and drag ourselves out of the COVID slumber, one of the things that is top on my list is re entering into communication. And who I'm looking at in particular for this right now, for this conversation, are those people that we've worked with in the past that we had a good relationship with, that we loved working with, that just fell off our plates and fell off our radar. You know those people. You know that list I'm talking about. And what are you going to do about it? So as we come out of, into the sunshine and out of the darkness, and as you can see, I am still committed to my sunshine clothing. I'm sorry, this is a sidebar, but I was changing the sign out front yesterday, and I was standing on a ladder changing out the letters, and one of my friends came by and pulled in to the parking lot, and I had on that bright yellow shirt. I don't know if you remember. And she said, "Oh my gosh, that's a really pretty color." And we started talking about it, and I said, "Yeah, I'm wearing yellow every day for the month of May." And she's like, "Why?" Right? Because again, she has seen me 99% of the time in my black, right? So I said, because it's time to step into the sun. And so we had a little talk about that, and we moved on, right? So anyway, my point is we're getting back into the sunshine and coming out of that survival mode that we had during the pandemic. And we're moving into our thrival mode. And as such, it's time to act and get in touch with our people, right? And to actually connect with them. And so anyways, what do you say? So yesterday I was working with somebody, and so I posted a bunch of social posts about the and again, this is something I train on all the time, but I fall short of doing all the time, right? Consistently, is all the market stats that are provided for us through our realtor board. And as I was pushing them out, I got so many comments from people like, "Oh my gosh, can you send me my town?" And I thought to myself, wow, like people are hungry for this. And I stopped feeding them. So one of the ways of reconnecting with people is to start sending out those market reports. And for those who are saying, what is she talking about? I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And I'm honest, I don't know who this goes to, but it's marealtor.com. And under marealtor.com, you go to the where it says data and I think market. And you click on that. And then it starts off with some cute videos that I pushed out also that people liked, that were fun. And you know what? They came from MAR, and yet it doesn't, they're going to give you credit for getting it to them. And then as you scroll down, it goes through like state, then county, and you scroll and you scroll. And on the bottom right, it says cities. Or towns, I think it says towns. And when you click on it, every single town in our state is listed. And then you go, and for that month, somewhere in there, you have to pick the year and the month, right? So you do that too. And then you click the town that you want, and then you send it out, and you download it and then send it out. So when someone asked me for Falmouth, I not only gave them the month that I had pushed out for my local town, I gave them all the months of the year so that they can start doing trend analysis and really get a look at the real good hard data. So I over delivered. And you know what? It was so easy to do. It really took about 10 minutes. So one way is by information, right? We are the holders of the information. We can push it out to them. It is a very simple way to do. It boosts our credibility. It also educates us, because who doesn't look at those when you're sending them out? And it also provides great value for them, because everyone is always curious about real estate and exactly what's happening in their neck of the woods. So that's the first thing. The second is, I'm going to say the classic, I've been thinking about you. So when you call someone and you're like, "Hey, I've been thinking about you," you don't have to say why. But if you're awkward with just the, "Hey, I've been thinking about you" one, right? You can go and start looking through on Facebook when people's birthdays are. And you could systematically say, for all the people that I became friends with, who were my clients during the months that I was working with them or whatever, they're still one of my friends on Facebook. And you go to Facebook and you do the friends on Facebook. Up comes all the people for that month. So now you have 30, 40 people to call just saying, hey, I've been thinking about you. Hey, I've been thinking about you. Happy birthday. Send them a card, right? So you're reestablishing it that way. If you don't get to a hard card, Blue Mountain does e-cards. Those would be something that you could send over as an email. I created a Canva for, actually it was for my brother. It was his birthday yesterday. And actually I'll put it in the Facebook images after. So it's just a picture of him with a little special birthday invite kind of thing. But I could, now that that template's created, I can go for all the people whose birthday it is, and I can create my own little branded. This one's not branded, so I would add on my branding, and I put on my branded piece of it, and I just push it out. So that would be a little bit more than what I'm talking about right now. It's a great way of connecting with people and really not doing a heavy lift. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So my point right now is the phone call, because the phone calls right now are what I'm seeing the best communication with and the biggest transformation. So I go to see whose birthday it is. I call them. I go, and every morning, in my time of doing my connection and my prospecting by looking at current events, I go and I see who's had a new graduation for their kids, who's lost a parent, who's lost a pet, who's going through something, and it's all on Facebook, for most of us. For 80% of our database, it's on Facebook. So that can be your source for that. So this is how you connect with people. So isn't that better than coming up with some stupid, I'm sorry, I think stupid. Hey, yeah, I need more business, and I'm never too tired for your referrals. So do you have anybody who might be thinking of selling? Because that could work too. But I'd rather have that relationship and that communication and that touch point before I ask around, right, for the interest. And again, I'm going out on a limb and saying I think it's stupid. I know a lot of people use it. I am more comfortable with this authentic, I've been thinking of you. Happy birthday. I'm sorry for the loss of your pet. Congratulations on the graduation of your child. I saved this picture and I put that on a special thing for them, whatever, right? So those are some ways of getting back into the act. We're coming out of a slumber of sorts. And many of you are saying, Kate, it wasn't a slumber. I was working like crazy last year. And we were, but mentally we were in a survival mode, right? We were like hunkering down and just doing what we had to do. We didn't go out extra because of the virus. At least I didn't, right? I did not look for ways to connect with people because I wanted to stay isolated. And as I say, I put on an armor of protection, and I still want to be safe and I still want to be careful, but I want to enjoy that sunshine and I want to come out into the light. And I'm going to encourage you and invite you to do the same. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm going to throw on my glasses. By the way, my eyes have been so itchy lately. All right. I see I got Heather here and Maggie here. Thanks, guys. So yeah, my eyes have been itching me like crazy. So I've been staying away from the contacts. I was teaching a class last week and my contact started itching, like right in the middle of it. And so I'm like, and I flipped the contact in my eye, and it was a 6-hour class, and I couldn't stop to take out my contacts, and I scratched the crap out of my eyes. And I'm like, you know what? They're not going back in until my eyes stop itching. How about you? How are you doing? That was probably too much. That was probably an overshare. All right, let's call people. Let's get on the phone. Do it while you're driving. We're back to driving again. We're back to going around. Make that time count, right? It's so important. You're so awesome. Bring your special sauce to the table for all those people who look to you for their inspiration, light, education on real estate, and yes, their referrals. Thanks, guys.